What's up, my Vina loves? This is Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team News. So most of you are aware that Kandi Burruss been doing a lot of interviews for her new show, Kandi and the Gang. And because Kandi is on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, it makes sense that they are going to ask her about the new season while discussing her new show. Now, in most of her interviews, she's been talking about the issue she had with Marlo a lot. But recently, in an interview with Page 6, she also explained about her issue that she had with Kenya Moore. She said that Kenya tried to come. Let me just read exactly what she said. She tried to come for me one time. I give it back to her. You can't try me. I'm not going for it. Okay, that's what Kandi said while she was laughing in the interview. Go try that over there. Don't try it with me. Try Jesus. Don't try me. That's how I feel. Kandi continuing, over the years, Kenya and I have really built a real friendship. Like we really call each other, check on each other, okay? She pissed me off a little bit, but I think the thing about us is we will only go so far because we have a genuine love for each other. When Kandi and Cynthia Bailey were on Instagram Live a little over a month ago, Kandi did reference having an issue with a housewife, and this is what she had to say.
With our viewers here on our live, to what's the secret to just a healthy relationship with your girlfriend? I think for me and Rashida, like we're very, very supportive of each other. Amen. That's big. That's super big. But it never gets like I would say with me and Rashida, like we're very, very supportive of each other. Like through thick and thin, we have each other back on everything. You know what I mean? And then the other thing is like we are very understanding of each other's time. Like I don't want to talk about it, but you know, you find out on this season, some people have an issue. Speak on it. We're talking about friendships this year. You know, like they don't understand like friendships and time. Like, you know, you're a busy woman, I'm a busy woman. Mm-hmm. You know, I may not be able to call you every day, but when I call you, it should be like, you know, like we just like you guys just talked yesterday. Like we just talked yesterday, exactly. That's how Rashida and I am. Like if I haven't talked to her for, you know, a couple weeks or a few weeks, then she'll call me and be like, hey friend, I'm just checking on you, just seeing what's going on. I ain't talked to you in a minute, but we'll just chit-chat it up and whatever. It was vice versa. Right. But you know, some people are very needy of your time, and like when you have a friend that's like, you know, you got family, you got a lot of businesses, you got a lot of stuff going on. You may not be able to be calling them every 2 seconds or every day or whatever. It doesn't mean that you don't care about them, you don't love them, but so I think with that, and then like I said, we're very, very supportive of each other.
So we are aware that when it comes to the support part, she's not talking about Kenya. Absolutely not. And I'm going to get into the reason why I'm saying that, because Kenya is very supportive to Kandi to the point where some people think that Kenya be kissing Kandi, you know what, okay? So she's not talking about Kenya on that part. Now, when it comes to the needy friend, and this is what I had to say about it. When Kandi and Cynthia Bailey were on Instagram Live a little over a month ago, Kandi did reference having an issue with a housewife. And now people felt like Kandi was talking about Kenya Moore when she said that. Now, I will understand to an extent. Maybe, you know what, I understand you had a play on. I understand you're a mom. I understand you've been busy. but how come nobody showed up for me when I was on Dancing with the Stars? Yes, you posted. Yes, you supported me being on there. Yes, you were on Instagram Live for over an hour plus, cheering for me. I appreciate you, were good. But how come no one actually physically came to be there for me? I can see that part, but the whole part about someone wanting to be on the phone every day, every second, all that doesn't sound like Kenya Moore to me. Kenya Moore is very busy. Kenya Moore has a daughter, Brooklyn. Kenya Moore have businesses, and every now and again checking in on a friend, being there for a friend, great. But Kenya Moore doesn't strike me as a person where she wants to be on the phone 24/7 and all of that. Now, the other person who's sitting with you that's laughing and having this interview, that's the needy friend right there. That's not Kenya Moore. So we shall see how Kandi might flip something very simple and turn it into a huge mountain, because we already know how Kandi roll when it comes to Kenya Moore. Whenever the storylines are not working, whenever she wants to spice things up, let me go ahead and go after and create drama with someone who's supposed to be my friend. We saw her do that during Cynthia Bailey Bachelorette Party weekend, where she went from defending Kenya on a bus, talking about she doesn't have a village, to then being at the table, instead of her defending her friend some more. Brooklyn is here and Kenya is going upstairs to be with her. Let's go ahead and play the game. Basically, most of you say that Kenya Moore is not needed anyways. So if she's not at the table playing your messy game, then what's the big deal? Y'all should be able to carry the show without her, right? Since she's not important the way how people try to make it seem, even though when she breathes, it makes every blog page. Exactly. So Kenya left the table. The only reason why Kandi got upset is because they were going to find a way to include something shady in there. They were already trying, okay? Marlo already started saying some things, and Kenya saw what was about to happen. She wasn't trying to give Marlo Hampton any more life, and she simply excused herself from the table. And Kandi got mad because they could no longer use Kenya Moore in that moment for their enjoyment. And since they brought up support in that Instagram Live, Kenya Moore was the reason why Bolo happened. Kenya Moore is the one who suggested to Kandi, hey, don't you have a dungeon party? Why don't you throw Cynthia Bailey her bachelorette party? Kandi said this herself. Kenya is always looking out for her friends, okay? She encouraged Kandi to have her dungeon party. And Kenya Moore was the reason why that storyline continued, because had she not pressed Portia and pressed the other girls and continued to talk about it, that storyline would have ended. Cynthia Bailey had a great bachelorette party. The end. They wouldn't have had the explosive season they had if it wasn't for Kenya Moore making it a thing. And that's the reason why sometimes, yes, I will sit on here and I will give Kandi her props. However, I don't have any problem calling Kandi out and giving her the side eye when she's not being a great friend. For example, Kenya Moore donating over $5,000, but Kandi and Bravo choosing to highlight Portia and Marlo donation. But then Kandi went on her platform with her business manager and insinuated that Kenya Moore didn't, when he said some people have enough money to buy ice sculpture, without saying Kenya Moore's name. Well, who did an engagement party for their friend with ice sculptures? It was Kenya Moore. So then why would Kandi sit there next to him and not defend her friend and say, wait a minute, not only did she give her time, she gave more than $5,000. Why did she allow the narrative to run and she only addressed it when Team Twirl dragged the heck out of her to the point where she had to do a video addressing it? And even when Kenya Moore came on her platform, Kenya is so generous and is so sweet. She said, you know what? God is going to bless me. I'm not seeking validation from the public. I did what I did from the goodness of my heart. So I don't need to come on your platform and defend myself and call you out. But when she was on Watch What Happens Live, Kenya said, I don't think Kandi was talking about me because not only did I give my time, I gave more than $5,000. And she defended herself on there. But Kandi did not stand up for her so-called friend and defend her. And then during this same Instagram Live, she brought up the girls trip question. And if I start listing everything, every moment, we will be here all day. I really want to end the video. I do have a few more things to say, so I'm not going to list anymore when it comes to the things, some of the things that Kandi has done, okay? Yes, you can be a supportive friend, an amazing friend. However, when you are doing things that are shady, that are not supportive, or you're being backstabbing, I will call you out on it. And the same thing goes for Kenya Moore. If I see Kenya Moore doing something, I will call her out on it. However, if I see someone taking a tiny moment and blowing it up into something major and trying to create a storyline, I will call that person out. No one is saying Kenya Moore is a saint here. However, I'm just saying some of the things that Kandi has done is like, girl. Okay. Now, since we're talking about being a supportive friend, I'm going to list one more thing and then I'm going to move on to the end of the interview and the video. For example, what happened in Greece, okay? Kenya Moore was the one who went to Bravo and suggested that they go to Greece because her friend Cynthia Bailey started a wine cellar and she wanted her friend to be educated in a wine business and that Greece have a rich history in wine. She suggested an entire trip to a network. Yes, the network paid for it, but she had one of her close friends in mind. I don't see any of them doing that for Kenya. Cynthia Bailey was aware of this. She knows this. They get to Greece. Kenya even offered her a present of different types of wine. You all saw the episode. If we are in Greece for you to get educated in wine and we are at the table as your friend, I'm going to joke with you and question you about wine. Did you learn anything? Are you learning anything? Or are we just taking this trip as fun? So Cynthia Bailey was fully aware that Kenya Moore was joking with her and questioning her about her knowledge about the wine. She wasn't being negative. So when Portia and Tanya approached her, all she had to say was, a friend who's jealous of me is not going to suggest an entire trip, vacation to a network so that I can be a better person for my business. That's not something a jealous friend does. That's actually something a supportive friend does. Her word to the network is the reason why we are all in Greece. But did she do that? No. Did she even pull Kenya to the side and say, look, Portia and Tana came to talk to me. They were being shitty. I know you got my back, girl. Or I didn't want to address you in front of everybody. But even if you were joking, I didn't take your conversation as a joke. It hurt my feelings. Let's talk about it as two friends. No. She addressed Kenya in front of the entire group. It's for Portia to turn around on this same trip and have a conversation with Nene, that girl over there, Leaks. We got to see it, but it was a private conversation between them. Bravo cut that conversation short, but they talked for a long time. Bravo showed us what they wanted to show us. But Portia didn't address Nene in front of everybody. She didn't put Nene on blast. She didn't drag Nene, even though they have had their moments publicly dragging each other. They still pulled each other aside because they did not want the outside noise and voices of all of you adding your opinion. And then they came back and said, we talk, we're good. That same Portia and Tanya that planted a seed in your head to mess up your friendship with Kenya went and made up with the woman who almost put her hands on you and was dragging you, saying that you should get fired, and Kenya jumped in the line of fire. And yes, we all remember this. Kenya did this for you, Cynthia. Being a supportive friend, as always. So you already know the digs in this interview. Yes, amen to supportive friends. Or You can't say that as shade towards Kenya with a straight face because she's been nothing but supportive. I will end this video by replaying something that was already in the Instagram live. That's why I'm going to put it in the end, because for those of you who already seen this, you don't have to stay and watch it. But for those of you who missed that Instagram live, I'm going to play it at the end. I'm just letting you know that it's not current, just in case certain dates or things are mentioned. It's not current. I will also link it in the description below, the first link, just in case you missed it and you want to watch the entire thing. I was trying to move on, but one last thing about the whole Greece situation. You saw how we got to see Cynthia Bailey on the plane on the girls' trip explaining everything she's doing for Kenya or she did for Kenya, all of that. All right. And you see how Bravo always show everybody else, good deeds. Trying to tell me Kenya Moore walked into Bravo headquarters to do this for not one camera footage, because anything good when it comes to Kenya Moore, that's not their narrative. That would have been an amazing sight to see. Kenya going and having this conversation, and then Cynthia Bailey finding out that Kenya did this for her and all of that. But no, let's show the part where Portia and Tanya goes and drag Kenya. The most hurtful part is, imagine doing this for a friend and the trip getting approved and you buying them a gift and all of that. And your reward and thank you is for that friend to then sit you down and question your friendship in front of the entire group. Kenya just played it off and said, "Really, Cynthia?" And basically dismissed her. She said, "Well, if you felt that way, girl, I'm sorry." That's one of those dismissive, "I'm sorry. Now, can we move on? I'm sorry. Next." Like the nerve of you to address me in front of the very people that don't want you here and they're just using you as a vessel. But Cynthia knew exactly what she was doing. She needed a moment. But the fact that she could stand behind Portia and Tanya, because Miss Lovin liked to have to keep her hands clean. So of course blaming Tanya and Portia and saying they put her up to it sounded better to her than her just coming for a friend. Then that same Cynthia Bailey and Kandi turned around and wanted Kenya to sit and have a conversation with the very woman who attempted to spit on her, who called her every name in the book, and who went as far as saying that Brooklyn isn't her daughter. You want me to sit with this woman? That's how Kenya got up and walked away when Milo tried to get in the mix. And then Kandi chased her down to kiss that same woman, that girl over there. That's when Kenya said, "No, Kandi, I'm not doing it." Basically released her hand from Kandi trying to grab her arm to go and bow down to that woman. And the next thing you know, "Oh, you put your hands on me last night." And Andy tried to make it a thing, like Kenya attacked Kandi. And Kenya was like, I love how she dismissed him so quickly. Stop that. I didn't do any of that. You grabbed my hand to go and have a conversation. I said no. I excused myself from the conversation. Don't do that. So all of those things, yes, sometimes they're supportive, but some of the moves and things that they have done, they are not real friends. We shall see how everything is going to play out on season 14, how the editing is going to work, and what Bravo is going to show or not show. If it's going to be a simple Kandi girl, we don't really talk that much anymore, but it's all good. And then it was blown up. However, as you can see, the same way how she resolved her issues with Milo, she was able to resolve her issues with Kandi, and they are good again. Cynthia Bailey, take notes. Kandi did an interview. She explained what happened. We're friends. We're close. We're able to talk about it. We moved on. That's what their interviews should be about, because Cynthia Bailey admitted on the Wendy Williams show that she and Kenya had been texting. You're texting Kenya. You're talking to Kenya. Everything between you and Kenya seems to be good, but you went on Watch What Happens Live and made it bigger than it is. Then you continue to do interviews in hopes now, because Andy Cohen said when Eva set up this meeting for the both of you to talk, he will send Bravo cameras. So to you, that's a green light for you to come back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm going to pretend with the public that I still have this serious issue with Kenya when there's no issue. And I know Kenya have to make her coins. I get it. And I know if that's what Bravo really want, Kenya will absolutely entertain the idea. But I just wish she could just pay it dust and say, I don't have no problems with Cynthia. I don't have to go for a meeting with Kandi and Eva, because that's also a way of bringing Eva back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I heard that Eva allegedly did the Ultimate Girls Trip season 2 with Phaedra and Eva was there. I won't go for no meeting. Cynthia and I are fine. And whatever she felt and think I did, we had a conversation and we squashed it and I've been good. But we shall see. And like I said, I hear what other people are saying, that, what she was saying was about Kenya. Or maybe it could be something completely different. Like I said, we shall see how Bravo is going to edit this. Now, all of the examples that I explained, we all watched it. I didn't know I was going to include it in this video. Now we're over 20 minutes, so there's no reason to include something I've already posted. Like I've been saying, I was going to include a clip in the end. What I'm going to do is simply, like I said, the link is in the description below. For those of you who missed the Instagram live, you can go ahead and watch it all there. There's no reason to include that clip in here since I've already did a video on it. Okay, so if you missed it, go ahead and watch it and hear what Cynthia Bailey had to say and hear my reaction. And I know this was about Kandi interview, but Cynthia got dragged into it because we're talking about friendship and support, and Cynthia Bailey happened to be in the interview with Kandi, or I should say the Instagram live, not really an interview, with Kandi. So, and they were all friends, so it made sense to also use her as an example when it comes to friendship and support and all of that. But I'm wishing all of you well and take care. And here my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.